First time I read Stephen Knight's script, I thought it was much darker than what I had remembered from the original Dickens.
I want to watch you play.
Great Expectations follows the story of a young man named Pip. He's an orphan. He grows up on the marshes.
When we meet Pip, he's quite young and quite unsatisfied with where he is, what he's been born into, and becomes really fixated on the life of the upper class. He's a sort of a social climber.
Some achieve greatness, and others have greatness thrust upon them.
The main theme of it is class.
I don't want to take over the blacksmith shop. I can't.
It's about someone who tries to get out and establish themselves as what he calls a gentleman.
He is summoned at the age of 13 to a very rich lady's house named Miss Havisham.
I sold you to them as a prodigy. Don't let us all down, Pip.
Miss Havisham is a woman who was madly in love with someone, and she went to get married, and he never turned up. And so her life stopped from that moment.
Everyone says the lady is very strange.
It will be the girl you'll be with, Pip. Come, boy.
She adopts a baby, Estella, who she sort of trains to be an assassin, in a way, to hurt men as much as she was hurt.
Welcome to eternal winter.
Innocent moments before the great corruption.
So she plays games with Pip and Estella, teaching him how to be a gentleman, sort of mocking him, though, and she wants him to fall in love so that Estella can then break his heart.
Miss Havisham says to tell you that your education is over.
I'm looking for a boy by the name of Pip Gargery.
At the age of 18, he mysteriously comes into a large sum of money, his Great Expectations.
And offered the possibility of going to London and becoming a gentleman.
And lots of things happen after that.
The moment has come, Pip. Either you come with me now or give me back the check.
Mr. Jaggers, he's a lawyer. Miss Havisham, she's been a long-time client of his.
Your humble, devoted servant, Jaggers.
Jaggers represents London. It's all about self-interest and money.
The dynamic between Pip and Jaggers, it's like a really abusive relationship, really. Pip just kind of does everything that Jaggers says. In doing that, he forgets himself, tries to sort of shed the things that makes him who he is.
If you really want to win, Estella, you will need more than love.
Pip is not some wholly benevolent person. You sometimes see the best of him and the worst of him.
Fight, Pip. That's going to get you ahead in life. Never back down, Pip. That's how you get forward. These are all little voices in his head. They're all fighting for his attention.
This adaptation has really allowed itself to go all in with the darker aspects of society at that time.
Dickens wasn't allowed to write about certain things. He could only allude to it. What I'm trying to do is imagine if he had the liberty and the license, which dark alley would he go down?
We'll be walking through rivers of blood.
I got invited to join this kind of team that Tom Hardy and Ridley Scott put together, with Stephen Knight being at the creative front of that. I could sit here and try and act cool, but I don't think I should. I was humbled, like truly humbled.
Everyone on this has been sticking together to add to the legacy of Charles Dickens.
It's been a massive honour to be able to play this part, and Stephen's remake is just brilliant.
I just always like a good script, and he's written it very well, and that's for me always the most important thing.
The book has endured 162 years because it's got these enduring themes.
On the surface, it's a story about a little boy and his coming of age and him becoming a man.
It's somebody who is desperate to really be something other than themselves. And I think at some point, everyone has gone through that.
But then, like with anything classic, it just goes deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. It's a complete universe.
The way everybody's taken it and run with it feels elevated. It has real authority.